Well, it wasn't that many years ago that MRO Middle East spent their time talking about how is the MRO business going to survive in the current climate. Well, this is 2026, the MRO Middle East show, and business is booming. The mood is certainly upbeat, as you will hear throughout this program, which is brought to you with the support of Joramco, and the figures back it up.
Go back a few years and, would it survive? Would MRO survive? Not only is it surviving, but it's thriving. This global MRO business of $1.6 trillion over the coming decade, the Middle East accounts for about 190 billion of that.
Well, with that increase in the region's fleet, no wonder that there is growing interest in the aftermarket services.
I was talking to some of the airlines here the last few days, and it's really interesting that they're saying that there are people coming from the outside discussing with them and seeing what they're doing with using these tools. And I think it's always looking at, when you have a greenfield and you have airlines and an environment which is growing so fast, you really are probably lucky enough that you can start adopting newer technologies and the latest technology. And I think that's what's quite exciting at the moment.
Al-Hamzi also sees the need for an ecosystem to support that growth.
We've really come a long way from where we were before. And with regards to the ecosystem, it was just a few years ago that we set up our shop here in Dubai. And today there are various suppliers, manufacturers, base maintenance providers, and also the supporting services to that.
One business enjoying that is Leeds Aerospace, which opened up near DWC just over a year ago and is busier than expected.
We support our airline and MRO customers with all their material needs, including the rotables, expendables, chemicals, tools, GSEs, everything. And we currently having the customer of 200 plus customers and 700 plus subcontractors.
The GCC region has been underserved in the past. DTX chairman Hussein Lukbaji has plans for a new CFM56 hospital shop at nearby Sharjah Airport.
We are bringing engine capabilities, both accessories on the engine accessory side, as well as the engine overhauls. We've got specifically CFM56 hospital visit shop coming online. We are building a mobile repair team to support field services for the engine support as well as bringing on engine accessories such as fuel controls, fuel nozzles, HMUs, all into Sharjah.
Meanwhile, Malaysia's ADE, part of the Capital A, the former Air Asia engineering business, is rapidly expanding and has its eyes set on Bahrain.
Bahrain seems to be very interesting. One of the main reasons is that we're going to be there. We're going to be the pioneers in terms of airframe MRO, and the government of Bahrain is very, very supportive.
It is.
From the finance and transportation and all like that, they're really welcoming. And on top of it, we strongly believe it will be the best connecting points from the Southeast Asia countries to that.
The human capital issue is driving across the region, and DAE's Chief Strategy Officer and Commercial Officer Fraser Curry sees investment in people as being crucial, with DAE's subsidiary Joramco playing its part.
One of the biggest investments, apart from infrastructure, that we're doing at the moment is the investment in people and training. And I can't repeat it enough that it's something that's been a global shortage for and talked about for more than 20 years now. We need regulators just to be a little bit more cooperative with each other to allow that mass migration of people, and that will get us out the short-term problem. But the long-term solution is colleges now. Colleges now.
The industry is turning to the professionals, such as Global Technical Recruitment Specialist VHR, to help fill the gap.
Hot off the press the last couple of weeks, they're talking about the GCC creating a common license. So if you've got a Qatar or a UAE license, you can work across the GCC, which would be very much welcome. So, I think a number of the licensing authorities are looking at how they can make life easier. So, what is the transfer, what additional modules you need.
Well, this event in Dubai is very different from a lot of the other MRO events because it has a whole section dedicated to the aircraft interiors segment. And that, of course, means cabins, and that's so important for Middle East airlines. We're seeing aircraft like the A321 being used to do much longer haul flights for the previously low-cost carriers that are looking at business class seats like these that fit very well inside. Well, the supply chain is as stretched in the cabin interiors business as it is in the rest of the MRO sector. But while companies sweat over their contact books as they search for spares around the world, one exhibitor believes AI will save time and money.
Historically, parts procurement has been very manual and labor intensive. So what AI can do is basically take away that manual element of that, find the market availability, and basically take away 90% of that manual effort that goes into buying parts. And basically the three things that we bring to the airlines and MROs that we work with is speed, it's process efficiency, and it's clear savings.
Airlines are already stepping up their involvement, with Emirates growing its engineering capabilities to include cabin. A number of airline CEOs were visiting the show, and one, George Kamal, the acting CEO of Kenya Airways, stressed the importance of the role of MRO and the need for local talent.
Number one, airline is based on operation and based on maintenance. So it's the one thing we look at today. The spare parts, the supply chain for the MRO, and the qualified personnel and training as well. And you have to come here to speak to all of those exhibitors who are having avenues to find engines, availability, find slots, discuss it more.
One great thing about these shows is seeing things that you've never seen before. Look at this from Liebherr.
This is our new system, which folds the wing tip to make the aircraft to fit into aircraft slot at the gate, because the wing is much longer than the classic wing length, and that's why we needed to produce this brand new system.
Well, it's been a couple of incredible days here at the MRO Middle East and Aircraft Interiors Middle East. They've taken up 1,500 square meters of extra space, more than 300 exhibitors, and it's been about 9,000 people through the doors to see it. Really something special. Well, we'll be moving on to the next great MRO event, going west to Orlando in Florida for MRO Americas. We'll be there. See you there.